Trump's ambassador famously implicating everyone in this Ukraine plot, which got Trump impeached. And yet all those key people are still hiding from testifying. Bolton, Pompeo, Giuliani, Mulvaney, who actually blames Trump, his boss, for his own silence.
President Trump has said that he'd like to see you and Secretary Pompeo testify in the Senate. Will you?
And part of me really wants to. We'll do whatever the president wants us to do, is what it comes down to. So if the Senate decides to take live witnesses and the president directs us to do it, we will. If it directs us not to, we won't.
Whatever he directs, and congressional Republicans have relied on that defiance, complaining in the House about the lack of fact witnesses, and now, of course, pushing for a Senate trial, notice this, without any fact witnesses. And more than any other issue, Democrats' core demand for a Trump trial now boils down to something Marvin Gaye asked so long ago. Can I get a witness? Or, as the Rolling Stones put it, can I get a witness? Or as the Canadian singer Son Real put it in his 2016 song, can I get a witness? Well, one point here is clearly people ask for witnesses a lot. And if you don't usually see trials without them, that may remind you that this is a basic part of any fair trial. But tonight, we want to dig into another piece of this, which is for most of these Trump officials, testifying before Congress as a witness, trial or not, is not only important for fact-finding, it is a job requirement. Literally. Take Mike Pompeo, who Sondland said was in the loop and who has defied these probes. He is, of course, Secretary of State. So remember, like all people in both parties who've held this job, he has a constitutional duty to face Congress as a witness, even on matters far less important than this new trial to potentially remove the president from office. In fact, we checked. Pompeo himself testified at least 6 times already as Secretary of State.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Senator Menendez, as well. I appreciate you having me here today. I look forward to our conversation. Thank you for the opportunity to be with you today. Thanks for the opportunity to discuss the administration's FY 2020 budget. I want to just walk through now 2 years of the administration. I'm now 9 days short of 1 year of my time as Secretary of State. Thank you, Senator Corden. Thank you, Senator Feinstein. Thanks for the opportunity to be here. I'm really happy to be here. This is an important issue.
Happy to do it. As you can see, he does this on the regular, testifying on routine matters like the budget or oversight of national security. But then zero times has he ever, as you see, testified about this Ukraine impeachment scandal. What you're looking at on the screen are the inverted priorities of this Trump State Department. And Democrats say what you are looking at is, in that big zero, circumstantial evidence of Pompeo in on the cover-up. And some of this may have gotten lost in all of the impeachment fighting, but Congress is a co-equal branch. Cabinet officials have a duty to testify. They could be forced to, which is part of why so many Trump officials have faced Congress, even as the president talks up defiance. And maybe it looks a little guilty for the administration to argue they could testify under oath on everything else but the conduct that got him impeached. Now, this fight, let me be clear, is not over. The issue of these officials' testimony will come up in the Senate trial because senators have the power to request witnesses right in the middle. In fact, in Clinton's trial, there was a vote to make these 3 people come back and testify again. Today's argument would be stronger for witnesses who never testified in the first place. Take Attorney General Barr. He's faced Congress on other issues, just like Pompeo, and he's faced the press publicly denying he talked about anything relating to the Bidens or his son with Trump. Call notes showed Trump pledged Barr would help out.
Did the president ask you to publicly defend him regarding the Ukrainian call? And if so, why did you not want to do that?
If you're talking about press reports that he asked me to have a news conference, the fact is I don't remember any such request.
I don't remember, not a full denial. But if Barr and Giuliani can make even partial denials on TV, they've already waived any right to legal privilege on those topics, and Congress has the power to compel these statements under oath. A trial forces people under oath precisely for that purpose, to get to the truth with teeth. And there's then, of course, this other allegation that undid Richard Nixon. Democrats arguing the crime and cover-up is continuing. Consider the reports about Rudy Giuliani flying back to Ukraine, pushing this same plot. This picture going viral of Giuliani in line at the airport to board a recent flight to Ukraine, complemented by a new report from BuzzFeed's Christopher Miller exposing that Giuliani returned from that trip on a pricey private jet linked to a Putin Ukrainian oligarch who's essentially now under house arrest, a man named Dmytro Firtash. So take it all together, and you could see the questions come into view. Why won't Giuliani just say who's funding his work? Why were his clients indicted? Why does that oligarch appear to want Trump reelected? Why won't Barr give his impeachment denial under oath? Why will Pompeo testify 6 times but never once about this Ukraine plot? And while we're at it, why doesn't the White House want witnesses to defend them? If you want to follow the facts, all these questions, though, they clearly circle back to the original question. Can I get a witness? Hey, I'm Ari Melber from MSNBC. You can see more of our videos right here, or better yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel below. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that.